Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Daily Fitness podcast. And today I just had a simple video for motivation, something that'll help you get you motivated and basically understand what you're going through. And anytime you're going through a tough time, how you need to be able to understand it, comprehend it, see that the test is what it is. It's a test. Are you going to succumb to your vices and go back into your weaknesses? Or are you going to understand that this is a test that you just need to be strong in and remain disciplined until the times change? No more wasting time. Let's get right into the video.
As the first rays of the sun softly kiss the earth, a magical moment begins. This isn't just a regular day, it's like waking up in a world way more special than the usual, diving into a space filled with wonder. Every morning, as you open your eyes to a brand new day, you're not just doing the same old things. You're starting an amazing journey, a deep adventure for your soul. It's a journey that needs more than just your body. It needs the heart and soul inside you. Don't forget, you're much more than just skin and bones. You're a star traveler walking a path filled with wonder. This is where the real excitement is, in this great adventure of life. But this journey for your spirit isn't easy. It's a road full of tests that really make you think hard about what you believe and who you are inside. One of the first big tests is learning how to let go of the things that tie you down. This might sound easy, but it really pulls at your heart. Our lives are full of different things that hold us back. People, stuff, ideas that we think are super important that make us who we are. These are things we love, things we're scared to lose. But the big question is, can you let them go? Think of your life like a tree that keeps growing. As you go through life, you pick up leaves, which are like the things you're attached to. These leaves make your tree look pretty and give you shade, but they're not what your tree is really about.
Okay, that was a darn good metaphor for what they just presented with the tree metaphor, stating that what makes the tree is not the leaves that make the tree, although the leaves do make it look pretty. Fall season comes, different color leaves and all that good stuff, but that's not what makes the tree. And you got to be able to detach yourself from things. Don't allow yourself to get attached to a bunch of different things. Detachment is something that you have to understand. If you're embarking on a journey in life, you cannot be attached to things. That could be friends, family, materialistic items like these things. If you're really, really about your journey, that you're trying to get rid of vices and better yourself and take that next leap that's going to put you way up there in like the top 10%, 5%, 1%, then it's going to take some isolation and it's going to take some understanding and it's going to hurt a little bit because it's a test. It's stressing you. It's trying to pull you apart, but it's breaking you and molding you into the man that you need to become that 10 to 5 to 1%. Let's keep going.
The stars and everything out there watch how you deal with these leaves. Do they stop you from seeing the sky? Do they keep new leaves from growing? Sometimes the world might shake your tree, making some leaves fall off. This isn't meant to make you sad, but to help you see more clearly, to make room for new leaves and new beginnings. When you start to think that you can't live without one specific leaf, you're sending a big message out there. It's like telling the world, I'm all set with just this. The world listens and might ask you back, really? Then you might have to go through losing that leaf, that thing you're holding on to. It's not to punish you, it's a lesson. It's the world asking you, did the tree stop being a tree when the leaf fell off, or did it make room for something new to grow? Embracing spiritual growth. Various spiritual lessons, from Buddhism's focus on letting go to Stoicism's strength in handling emotions, all point to one big idea. Letting go doesn't mean you stop loving or wanting things. It means realizing that your true goal isn't just about the here and now. Your real adventure is about gaining wisdom, finding peace, and connecting deeply with everything around you, more than any single thing you hold on to.
See, and that goes exactly into detachment, like I was saying. If you're going for a big idea, a big understanding, a big way of life, and then that change is going to be extremely, extremely important. that you double down, triple down on it, and understand that nothing can get in the way of it. You got to be tunnel vision, but understand and have a good faith and a good mind and good heart about it. Don't allow nothing to hinder you along the way, and keep your emotions positive the entire time, which can be the hardest part. Trying to be positive, because a lot of the times, a lot of things will try to take you into a different direction, have your mind thinking different things, and allowing stresses to stress you out. Stay focused, stay the course, and understand that all of it is one big test. Let's continue.
Think about this. Where does your heart feel most at home? Are you so caught up in one small thing that you forget you're like a tree growing in a huge forest? This challenge makes you think about what's really important. Are you defined by the things you hold on to, or by how you grow, change, and connect with your deepest self? The universe is ready to give you more understanding, deeper love, and greater insights. But first, it wants to see if you're ready to leave behind the old and welcome new things, to be more than just a lone tree, but a vital part of a wonderful forest.
It's like that old saying, your new life is going to cost you your old one. So you got to be willing to risk it all, let go of it all, because you're forging yourself into the person that needs to become the individual in the new life that you're attaining. Plan A, no plan Bs, all or nothing.
You're not just any tree. You represent the whole forest, always changing and growing. On this life journey, as you learn the art of letting go, you find your strength, your harmony with the world, and a sense of wholeness you never knew before. Like a forest that keeps growing, our channel is a place to share and celebrate these kinds of journeys. So if you feel a connection with this path of discovery and growth, come join us and subscribe. Together, we'll explore deeper into what makes our journeys special, shaped not by what we hang on to or lose, but by the richness and sacredness of our experiences. The true value of your journey is in the journey itself, an experience that's both sacred and life-changing. Remember, who you are isn't about what you hold on to, but how you can let go and grow anew. By doing this, you become a symbol of endless human potential, part of something much bigger than yourself, truly divine. This is your real journey, clear and full of chances.
And fair use, by the way. And shout out to the YouTube channel. This one's called Luminar. Luminar. Hopefully I said it correctly. But shout out to them, fair use. And yes, understanding that, look at that picture right there that they have. It's him by himself on his journey. Or her, whatever you want to think of it as. It's an individual by themselves on this journey. You have to have that tunnel vision, that mindset, but stay positive. It doesn't mean you have to hate everyone around you, because it's not going to work. Stay positive. But the path is going to be a lonely one, because only you understand what's going to come out on the other end. It's like a slight tinge of delusion along the way. Now, only you see it, and only you are going for it. Only you attain it through knowledge, understanding, wisdom, experiences. This is where it leads you at some point in life. So you have to take the path, take the plunge, and understand that this is how it's going to go. Let's keep going.
You become like the universe in action, a never-ending story. Then comes the challenge of patience. In a world where everyone wants things fast, where the next exciting thing is just a tap or click away, waiting can seem strange. We're used to thinking of time as super important, believing that if things don't happen right away, they might never happen. But the path of spiritual discovery takes us on a different route. It softly reminds us that one of the biggest challenges in life is to be patient, especially when we have to wait longer than we think we should.
So delayed gratification is one of the main things that we're going to have to understand, that you're going to have to understand on your journey. It's not going to come easy. It's not going to come quick. It's going to be what it is. It's a journey, spiritual journey, physical journey. You're putting it all together, combining to get to this other side, this other means of understanding that most people do not comprehend, want to comprehend, or know, but refuse to comprehend. If you're one willing to take that path, take that plunge, and go all the way, delayed gratification is going to be key. being patient, doing the right thing all the time, being consistent every day, knowing that you're doing the right thing, but not seeing any fruits of your labor. And that can go on for a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. It can go on like that. Like Jeff Bezos. How long did he go on without seeing anything in return? Granted, he had family that was funding him, but still, the time that it took. Um, Michael Burry, the guy who predicted the 06, 07, 08, 09 stock market, the housing market crash. Like he was betting on that for years before it happened. And a lot of people gave him a hard time because he had their money and he was like, just look, I know what I'm talking about. Just hang tight. And he was right. You got to have that faith, that tunnel vision. And along the way, could you imagine you having millions of dollars of other people's money and you're telling them that you see something that nobody else sees that's like never happened for like 70, 80 years or even longer. You're seeing it. You sit down and did the legwork and read over everything. You saw something that nobody else understood. Man, could you understand the stress that he was getting from people who weren't patient enough with their money? Can you imagine the stress that he was dealing with from the money that he had from other people, millions of dollars, companies, individuals, whatever. They're probably threatening him, probably threatening to kill him, all sorts of different things because they didn't see it instantly. But when it finally happened, he was a genius. That's how it works out. Let's keep going. Let's continue on this thing.
Patience is way more than just sitting around and waiting. It's all about how you handle yourself when things slow down. It's keeping cool and staying peaceful even when the rest of the world seems to be zooming by. Nelson Mandela once said something really smart. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. In the same way, patience isn't about not wanting or needing things, it's about beating the hurry and worry they can cause. So, why does life sometimes hit the pause button? Why are there moments when seconds drag on like hours and the finish line seems out of reach? The answer is pretty cool and really eye-opening. These times of waiting aren't just empty moments. They're packed with chances to grow personally, to feed our soul and spirit. Picture a farmer who plants a seed and waits patiently for it to sprout and grow big and strong. If he gets too eager and digs it up to see how it's doing, he messes up the natural growing process. It's the same with the weights we face. Each one is an important time for growing inside, a time for parts of us to wake up and get stronger. These times teach us to be tough, to keep going, and to have faith. The universe isn't just asking if you can wait, it's checking if you can wait in a cool, understanding way, with your heart full of hope, not gloom. Start seeing waiting as a chance to get ready, not just a heavy load. Imagine you're an artist, and every moment of waiting is like adding a special touch to your masterpiece. The universe isn't stopping you, it's getting you ready for something as big as you are prepared and worthy for. Maya Angelou said something wise. All great achievements require time. Your goals, your dreams, your spiritual path, they're all big achievements that are just taking shape. So how do we handle waiting without getting all stressed? The trick is to be happy right now, in this moment. Zen masters tell us to love the present, to find peace and joy right where we are. When we're cool with the present, we're not so worried about what's coming next. You start to see that you're not just killing time. You're gathering wisdom, getting spiritually stronger, and making your inner self richer.
See, this is one of the big reasons for fitness. Fitness, in a sense, will give you that positive raise of your vibration along the way, along the path of you going in and fighting every single day. You have a clear understanding. You release a lot of negative energy, that stress that's building up, because we all got energy in us. It's going to come out one way or another. It don't matter how you look at it. It's going to come out. The energy in us is going to be expelled in a good way or in a negative way. So being lazy, it's going to come out. You can control how it comes out. That's why I'm big on fitness. Using that energy and expelling it in a positive way. And then on the back end of that workout or that exercise, you feel great. The decisions that you make after that, if you went in there and bust your tail on your workout like you're supposed to, you gonna feel great. There's nothing you can do wrong because your decisions are being made on an elevated level, on an elevated mindset. You're thinking above all the negativity. You're thinking positively. You feel good. You're happy. You feel like, okay, all the bad is out of me. I can't go wrong. That's the point of fitness, especially in a time like this where things seem at a standstill, nothing's going right. At least you can keep your vibration raised through exercise and diet. Let's keep going.
Standing in front of a closed door, wondering when it'll swing open. Just think, every second you wait patiently, you're layering up wisdom, getting more resilient. And when you finally walk through that door, you'll find that your joy is way deeper because of the wait. It's a happiness that's grown from the journey, strengthened by the waiting, and boosted by the excitement of what's to come. Really, your life is made up of things that happen and the breaks in between. So when you're in one of those breaks, waiting for the next big thing to start, tell yourself, this isn't just time out, it's getting ready time. Every moment you wait is an investment. You're not just stuck, you're being prepared for something so awesome that when it finally shows up, you'll know all the waiting was totally worth it.
Now, keep this in mind. Even though he's talking about the waiting and how you're being built up for something greater, as far as passing the test, you still need to drop your vices. You can't be smoking, drinking, lusting, fornicating. That's the internal strength that you build up because there's still going to be things that are going to try to get you to expel that energy. Because after a workout, you're going to be on a high for a few hours, but then you're going to taper down. And when you taper down, are you going to go do a second workout? Do you have another hobby that you're interested in or something that's going to keep your mind occupied? What is it that you can do to keep your mind at an even plateau or elevate it again? What is it that you're grinding towards, gearing towards, a goal? Because you can't just sit around and be like, okay, I'm waiting. Something good's going to happen. No, you have to be doing something. Externally, as far as hobbies go, and internally, as far as using your vessel as a way to project itself forward when the time comes. Getting rid of your vices. Don't allow nothing inside of your body that is toxic and going to pollute it along the way. That's where the inner fight comes in. Let's keep going.
Journey of inner transformation. In those quiet moments when you're eagerly waiting for things to happen, bear in mind that the most significant progress unfolds within you. Waiting isn't a lack of action. Rather, it's a unique form of action, a quiet, unseen evolution of your inner being. You aren't just idly waiting, you're evolving, learning, and transforming into the individual who will be fully prepared when the opportune moment dawns.
While I'm a paid actor.
Good for you. So yes, like you said, waiting is a unique action. Waiting with no vices. Waiting with a purpose. Waiting without altering the wait. With a drink. With smoking. With the lust and the fornicating. You're sitting in that wait because now those urges that you have within you, you're dominating them. Nothing's taking you off your pivot. Nothing. Nothing can hinder you. So then when you step out to the world, you don't feel the need to drink or smoke when you're around people. You're not going to be tempted by lust. Because you did that integrity work, that work that nobody saw whenever nobody was looking. That's the work that you need to be working on. The inner strength. The strength that comes from restraint. Let's continue.
You'll recognize that you weren't merely waiting. You were on a transformative journey, one that has shaped you into who you are, making every second of anticipation worthwhile. The third challenge is the test of faith. Life's journey not only meanders through sunny paths, but also navigates through tumultuous storms. Feeling thankful and keeping faith is effortless under clear skies. But the real test arises when dark clouds gather, winds howl, and your world seems to shake. These are the moments that truly test your faith, not to punish, but to nurture the growth of your soul. Picture your life as a ship voyaging across the sea. As the adage says, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Envision encountering turbulent waters where your ship is rocked, waves crash onto the deck, and you find yourself amidst a boundless ocean. It's tempting to give up, to fear the worst and abandon ship. Yet, faith acts as your guiding compass, encouraging you to stay the course, to believe in your ship's resilience against the storm. It's the belief that the rough seas are not heralding disaster, but leading you to calmer waters. Consider the potter at the wheel, transforming clay into a stunning vase. The clay is pressed, reshaped, and spun around. If it could feel, it might be overwhelmed, wanting to escape the wheel's spin. However, it's this very process that turns a simple clump of clay into a masterpiece. Similarly, your challenges and difficulties are akin to that potter's wheel, sculpting you into a stronger, more enlightened version of yourself. It's an uncomfortable yet essential transformation. And let's not overlook the diamond metaphor. A diamond begins as a piece of coal buried deep in the earth, enduring intense heat and immense pressure to emerge as one of the world's most coveted gems. During your toughest times, when you feel the weight of life's hardest trials, remember that this could be your metamorphosis from coal to diamond.
Now, going back on to what he was talking about, the metaphor of the ship. Smooth sea has never made a skilled sailor. So the only time you can get growth, only time you can get better, is when you're able to navigate the toughest, roughest times. Like right now, we're going through an economic downfall. We're going through a downtrend in the economy. Are you able to navigate these waters that we're going through? Are you able to still keep your fitness in check, keep your discipline and routine in check, keep your emotions in check, not to be rude to people because you're having problems? We all got problems. Keep your vices in check and not have any. And on the other end of all that, the inner growth of that over time, month after month after month after month, again and again and again and again. That's where the win happens internally. Because the discipline of doing the external work is one thing, but the discipline of upholding the internal work, the work that nobody sees and understands, that why you propel so much further than them. Let's finish up.
You aren't being crushed. You're undergoing a profound change. The universe isn't trying to break your spirit. It's showing you how resilient and unbreakable you truly are. Transforming through faith. Consider the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. The caterpillar wraps itself in a cocoon, undergoing a drastic change as it dissolves into an unrecognizable form before re-emerging as a beautiful butterfly. Imagine that phase of being in transition, a time filled with uncertainty and obscurity. Yet, it's precisely this uncomfortable period that is essential for developing wings and the ability to fly. Similarly, when you're in your darkest hours, feeling lost and formless, remember, you're not falling apart, you're preparing for a remarkable transformation. The essence of faith transcends any specific religious belief. It doesn't matter if your faith is in God, the universe, or any other higher power. The fundamental truth remains. True faith is forged not under the bright sun, but as you navigate the darkest nights. It's the unwavering belief that dawn is just beyond the horizon, even if it's not visible yet. The trials that challenge your faith are not meant to punish you. They serve as rites of passage to a greater understanding and being. Emerging from these trials, you won't be the same as you were before. You'll come out stronger, more insightful, and more deeply connected to the core of your being and beliefs. So when it feels like your world is collapsing and the universe seems to be conspiring against you, Cling to your faith. Grasp it as tightly as you would a lifeline amid stormy seas, because in many ways it is. You're not merely enduring difficulties, you're gathering the tools and resilience necessary for the rest of your life's journey. It's not just about surviving the storm, it's about learning to embrace and dance in the rain. Let your faith be your shelter, your comfort in the midst of chaos. Remember, storms are temporary, but the wisdom and strength you acquire will endure for a lifetime. Embrace the journey no matter how challenging it may be, especially when it's tough.
With that being said, we can come to the term integrity, discipline, and consistency. Those three combined make you unstoppable, internally and externally. Hope you got some motivation out of this today. Hope this helps somebody. If you hear it, click the like button if you would like to get this going and get this to more people, reaching it out so they can hear something positive in their day-to-day life. Because all you hear is negativity. All you get is negativity, drama, and gossip. Get some positivity in your life. Hear good affirmations. Hear somebody speaking good to you and to remind you what you need to be doing internally and externally to better yourself. With that being said, thank y'all for tuning in and watching. Click the like button to get this word out. And I appreciate y'all for hearing me and listening to the DLA podcast. Till next time, peace.